Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
If you're wondering about what you can do if you find yourself in an FCPA compliance action, check out the FCPA Survival Guide. It's my latest book. It's sponsored by Ethico, and in it, I take up and write the top 10 things you can do to reduce your overall fine and penalty if you find yourself in an FCPA enforcement action. So check out the FCPA Survival Guide. The Daily Compliance News for January 22, 2025, the All Bloomberg edition. And indeed, all of our stories today come from Bloomberg. We begin with the first story from the technology section, which reports that OpenAI CFO has called Elon Musk's legal challenge competitive lawfare. He characterized Musk's challenge to stop ChatGPT from becoming a for-profit company as competitive maneuvering. We see him resorting to using law and lawfare to compete. Obviously, Musk is a rival to ChatGPT, and no doubt, under the Trump administration in his new position, he'll do everything he can to denigrate ChatGPT. Next up, do you have whiplash yet? Well, you may, particularly if you're in the supply chain or you're in compliance or you're in trade sanctions or export control, as our second article is entitled Trump's Tariffs Whiplash Put Top Trading Partners on Edge. Yes, this is not about putting tariffs on our enemies or even our competitors, but our allies and our business partners. So President Trump has kept people guessing about tariffs for most of the inauguration day and then dropped a bombshell. What did he do? Well, our number one competitor, China, he held off on any China-specific tariffs, instead ordering his administration to address unfair trade practices globally. Wow, how would you like that? You're a friend of America, allegedly, and you're going to be investigated. Get ready for it. Our third story comes to us from, once again, Bloomberg, entitled KPMG Audit of Entain Investigated by UK's Accounting Regulator. Yes, KPMG is being investigated by the Financial Reporting Council yet again for another audit. And our final story is about a Texas homeowners association who banned Section 8 renters. The reason? Fear of crime. Yep. You heard it, and that was the reason they gave for it. You know what it sounds like? We don't want any diversity in here. And for that, they got sued. It's pretty clear they don't want any diverse people in their community because, they're afraid they may commit crimes. Welcome to Texas, boys and girls. At the start of this podcast, the sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Well, Ethico has a great new offering this month for you, a toolkit for middle managers. This is something that you, as the compliance professional, can use to move your compliance program forward by giving middle managers the skills necessary to answer a call for speak up or when someone comes in their office and raises a concern. I can't think of a tool that will be more valuable for you in the current era of enforcement. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.